think about it, there ain't no way we can doubt it. This is the power of God. Every time we look back on it, there ain't any way denying. This is the power of God. Da, 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 da. We're indeed God's chosen people. Church headed by Christ. Oh yeah. The last word of salvation. Like how the Bible describes. We are come so far from just one man. Now here we stand. Every time we think about it, there ain't no way we can doubt it. This is the power of God. Every time we look back on it, there ain't any way denying. This is the power of God.
It's good.
And then pag-turn ko po, going back to the kitchen, tinawag po niya ulit ako and sabi niya, your scrambled egg is 10 times better than me. Sa well-known chef, para sabihin po sa'yo yun, achievement po yun. Doon po ako na-recognize ni Gordon.
Hello po mga ka-UJ! Good evening po! You're watching Unity Junction Radio. I'm Sister Bea Cruz. Oras na po para tawagin ang inyong mga kasama sa bahay, kamay tungkulin. I-on na po ang inyong mga phone or wherever you're watching Unity Junction Radio. Tara na, kwentuhan na tayo ulit. And tonight on our episode po, our guest holds a Level 3 Cookery Diploma, a Senior Sous Chef at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, and a deacon from the local congregation of Battersea, District of Britain South. Let's all welcome po on UJ Radio, Brother Ranel Angelo Casiraya. Good evening, Chef! Hello po!
Hello po, good evening po, Sister Bea, dyan po sa Philippines po, and good day po to everyone po.
Thank you po, Chef Ranel, for giving us your time tonight for UJ Radio. Excited po kaming mas start ang ating kwentuhan yan. So, tell us about yourself po, Chef Ranel po. Where did you grow up po?
Ako po ay lumaki po sa province of Isabela, dyan po sa Region 2. Most of my life po was there since born until before turning 18 po. And then my parents took me here in United Kingdom with my sister to live here po and to see what is the future ahead of us dito po sa London.
Sister niyo po, older or younger than you po?
Younger po.
Younger. So, nung nagpunta po kayo dyan at 18, of course, continuing po ng education for both of you. So, how was it po?
So, when we got here, we studied, me and my sister. And myself, I studied English lessons for few months para lang po maka-engage ako sa mga tao. And then, eventually, took a job in the kitchen while studying po, because I realized na yung hard work po ng mga parents ko, I need to also help them po. So I started as a dishwasher. So lahat po ng nagiging chef dito po, they most of them, I mean 90% started as a dishwasher po. as a kitchen porter.
Nung sa inyo po bang case, di ba, you started po, kumbaga, from the bottom of dun po sa mga roles po sa kitchen. Did you ask, pwede ba ako, chef, mag-try ng ganitong iba? Or did they offer it to you po?
Basically po, they saw my initiative in helping the chefs. After dinner service, my head chef called me in the office and said, "I can see that you really wanna be a chef. If this is really for you, you have to give your all. I can offer you now this as a commis chef." So doon na po nagsimula. I stayed extra hours in the kitchen, working long hours. I think the maximum hours I was in the kitchen, if I'm still remember, at least 16 hours po. One time, meron pong time na I was in the kitchen at 7 a.m. and finishing at least 1 or 2 a.m. the next day. Just so I can learn po and learn the techniques, learn every station of the kitchen po. So I think you need to have the first step po. So para po makita nila na gusto mo talaga, na it's your passion.
Actually, ang ganda po nung sagot niyo, Chef Ranel, kasi kumbaga you're saying that yung pagsisipag, yung pagkukusa or initiative, it never gets old. You're working to mainly improve yourself. Wala namang intention na mapansin eh. Kumbaga, dahil po sa you're enjoying your job and you love it, and then eventually, yun nga po, you stepped up the kitchen ladder, as they say.
Yes po, opo.
I can't help but notice po that may mga terms po kayo that you're using na hindi pa po namin masyadong alam. Can you share with us, Chef Ranel, some terms that are not commonly used po for maybe a more like a household kitchen para naman ma-elevate din yung ating cooking experience sa bahay?
I think we are using them, but then we don't know the terms. In my kitchen, we always use a sous vide machine. I don't know if you are familiar there po. It's a small machine that can control the temperature of water. Mainly we're using it for poaching, like poaching fish. So what we do po is we put the fish in a sealed bag and then leave it on that sous vide machine for 63 degrees until it cooks for like 5 to 10 minutes. So you will see, and then as soon as you take it off, you just have to sear the skin so it gets crispy, and then it's ready to go po.
Ooh.
So that's one sous vide machine. I don't know po if you guys heard emulsify. Basically po, I think it's a combination of butter and vinegar to make it sauce. Like in French, they call it béarnaise. Pero hindi po talaga sila nagko-combine together, but you have to do it. So it's like emulsify is like slowly putting them together. So you don't have to rush it po. In terms of cutting, chiffonade is mainly used for herbs like basil, parsley, coriander, mint. So it's like a thinly sliced so that the herbs doesn't get bruised po. So as soon as you cut it, you don't have to cut it again. So you need to make sure that you cut it precisely po, to be thinly. And then yung term na brunoise, it's like a rough dice cut po, brunoise. And then meron pa po silang tinatawag na baton, yung para siyang matchstick, thicker cut. It's like a julienne but thicker cut. So that's 4. And then yung poaching, slow simmering water. So yung mga may patience po sa pagluluto, they can do that po, slow cooking. You can do it as a slow cooking also po.
Bagong kaalaman. Of course, we always welcome that here on UJ Radio. A little bit of fun, a little bit of knowledge po, information, and we're sharing it to whoever's watching our episodes po. So thank you so much po. But earlier po, sa ating introduction, we mentioned that you are now a senior sous chef for a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. So now let's go to that part of your life po and tell us more about your experience.
I started there po as junior sous. So junior sous is number 3 below the sous chef and senior sous chef. So I started there as a junior sous just so I can observe the environment of working in Gordon Ramsay. After a few months, like 4 to 6 months, they offered me the position of senior sous, which is higher than junior sous because, again, they see na masipag po tayo, We're always on time. We respect the standards, and so we gain the respects. And then after 6 months again, when my head chef resigned, they gave me the position of a head chef po.
Okay, we are away. 1 roast beef, fish and chips. After that, 3 roast beef. After 2 fish and chips, yeah?
It's a blessing from our Lord God na in the span of not even a year, your position is really went up po to the extent of being a head chef of Gordon Ramsay restaurant.
A lot of people recognize it from the get-go. And for you to be upgraded ng ganun due to pagsisipag, of course, it's well-deserved. But with that, of course, Chef Ranel, syempre, I'm sure meron din naman po mga nagiging mistakes or slip-ups sa kitchen. Meron bang mga ganong instances in your case po? Maybe like anecdotes na pwede nyo pong ikwento sa amin na, I don't know, made a mistake with one of the dishes that you served and dahil bago ka or whatever and how you managed it po?
Yes po. Mistakes always happens in the kitchen. I mean, we are trying to avoid it, but unfortunately, it's unavoidable po. So one time po, we were so busy, and I had like 10 or 12 Wellington. There's a few minutes gap each. The mistake was that trial chef, that chef who went for trial, he mixed all the Wellington together. So yung timings po nung of the Wellington, we don't know which one it is. Yun po yung biggest na, messed up na nagawa po, na andun po ako sa kitchen, which is I had to redo them again because obviously that it's already wasteful.
Sometimes it happens, sumusobra ng konti ang luto or nagliles ng konti, hindi consistent yung luto. Pero po sa inyo po, talagang it has to be, kumbaga, on the dot ito siya for a certain number of minutes.
Opo, Gordon Ramsay was he's famous of his beef Wellington. So what we do po is we only cook it in the oven for 30 minutes, and then we rest it for 40 minutes. So yung ibang Wellington po, it went over. It's already been in the oven for like 45 minutes, and then so I had to go to the table and explain what really happened, and then we gave them another starters just so they can wait for the next Wellington po. So I think we wasted at least 5 or 6. Half of that 12 Wellington is wasted.
Yeah.
So we just have to cook it again. Obviously, yung adrenaline na po nandun na. So, and then, my voice went firm for a bit, like nobody touched the oven. It's only me. So, po. So I had like 7 timers with me. So I know which one to take first. Kasi it needs to be, with that kind of dish po, it needs to be, you need to be organized. And yung time management po yung kailangan eh. So you can serve the table within less than an hour. Kasi obviously po, sasabihin nung waiter or waitress, the beef Wellington will take about 40 minutes in total. Dapat po within 40 minutes or 45 minutes, the Wellington is already in the table po after.
Pero you handled that situation well naman po and you took charge, di ba po? So, on the other hand po, Chef Ranel, how about rewarding or a happier experience? Not a mistake, but something out of the ordinary po na sa everyday kitchen duties po ninyo.
I can still remember and I will never forget this po na it happened. So, I think this was a Tuesday. So I was working from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. the next day of Wednesday. And then it happened po na yung my breakfast chef called sick. And we didn't know that Gordon was hosting a show in our restaurant. Everybody was panicking. My executive, I received 40 missed calls from my executive chef kasi po I was so knackered at all. I didn't hear the phone, my phone ringing.
Opo, kasi di ba you went home 2 a.m.?
Yes po, I finished 2 a.m. So I was at home at least about 3 because the transport is very hard na po at that time.
Nung tinatawagan po kayo, anong oras na po yun, Chef?
Around 5 a.m. po. Around 5 a.m. I had a call at around 5 a.m. So obviously po, as the head of that kitchen, it's my responsibility to come back. So no excuse. No excuse. So that's one of the challenge that I overcame po. And then eventually, as soon as Gordon saw me, sabi niya sa akin, Thank you for your thank you for your time. I know you had a long hours last night, and thank you that you are so loyal. You really love your job, and you came back straight away after a few hours of sleep. I know the feeling. Sabi po niya sa akin. And then right after that, he asked me to cook his iconic dish, the scrambled egg with smoked salmon. Again, I was like, another pressure, another pressure. And then it was my first time po to cook for him. So obviously as a head chef, I need to show off. Like I need to make sure na hindi po siya palpak, na magugustuhan niya. I made the scrambled egg, so on and off of the stove, on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, until I get the consistency that I want. Pero hindi ko alam kung magugustuhan po niya. And then noong bago ko po siya i-serve, pumikit po ako saglit, sabi ko, Ama, kayo na po bahala sa akin. And then binigay ko po sa kanya yung scrambled egg with smoked salmon. And then pag turn ko po, going back to the kitchen, tinawag po niya ulit ako and sabi niya, your scrambled egg is 10 times better than me. Sa well-known chef, para sabihin po sa'yo yun, achievement po yun. So dun po parang nawala po yung pagod ko, and then yung naisip ko po agad na yung panalangin ko na napakaikli lang po, sinagot po agad ng Ama na, okay, this is it, this is for you. So yun po, doon po ako na-recognize ni Gordon na yung time po na yun. So whenever he visits my restaurants, nagkakaroon po kami ng conversation like as a normal, pero obviously that respect is of course given to him po. So yun po yung one of my best experience na pressured pero na overcome po.
Thank you for that po, Chef Ranel. That's a one-of-a-kind experience po. Now,
Thank you po.
the next one po is, di banggit niyo po kanina, you were a head chef, right? Pero
Yes
po,
po.
when we introduced you, you're a senior sous chef. So,
Yes po, that's right po.
yeah, so kumbaga, this is a higher position, and then you went down one step. What happened po?
I was a head chef for at least a year and a half in his restaurants, and then greater blessings came on us po as a family. Na when I found out na buntis po yung misis ko po, wala po talagang dalawang no doubt na I went to them na I told them na of course now that I'm having a little one. I told them to lessen my hours and to lessen my responsibility, and then they knew na gusto ko pong mag-step down, but they don't want me to leave the company. So what they did po is I stepped down. I accepted the role of senior sous in other places, which is again po I'm very thankful po sa ating Panginoon Diyos na inano po nila agad binigay po nila agad yung transition sa akin. Within a month, naka-transfer po agad ako. And malapit po sa kapilya. Yun po talaga yung sabi ko, very, very, very thankful po ako sa Panginoon Diyos na ang bilis po ng transition na nangyari po. Na it's okay to be a senior sous. Mas naging smooth pa nga po yung lifestyle po namin nung nag-step down po ako ng senior sous. And then malapit pa po sa kapilya, and then yun po, I took a office at Deacon po. So ngayon po, Deacon na po ako, and then senior sous. Mas maganda po yung takbo po ng buhay na mayroon pong trabaho, and then tumutupad po ng tungkulin po.
Plus, you're now a father po. So,
Yes
even
po,
if,
yes.
di ba, you step down, sabihin natin, sa title, but you gained something more. Another example po na titles don't really define yun pong achievement po natin. You could see you're very happy with your job, you're very happy with what you have right now, at kayo nga po ay isa pa pong may tungkulin. So, napakaganda pong halimbawa. Since we talked about your profession a lot during our conversation po tonight, we'd like to ask what your advice is po to aspiring chefs.
Ang naririnig ko po lagi kay Gordon Ramsay is respect the craft, show on time, always focus, and never stop learning. That's the 4 advice sa mga aspiring chef.
Coming from another well-renowned chef po, syempre, di ba? How about advice po from Chef Ranel mismo based on experiences, yung years nyo po as working from the bottom of that career chain up to the top po? How about you po? Ano pong inyong advice po sa amin?
Never be boastful, always humble. Don't forget where you came from. And then as a member of the Church of Christ, obviously lagi naman po tayong may natatanggap na aral. So yun po yung advantage po talaga natin na kahit nagtatrabaho ka sa well-known chef, you have to, sasabihin mo nga po na, oops, teka, hindi tayo pwede magyabang kasi this is the lessons that we always get po whenever we attend worship service. Never to brag na yung achievement po natin. Kasi it's God po naman yung nagbigay nun. So we're just bringing back to Him. Ngayon, as a senior sous, meron po akong nilulook after na chefs. Sometimes they ask me for advice. So I gave advice, pero first thing that I do po is praying. Nananalangin po muna ako para gabayan po ako ng Ama na kung ano po yung lumabas po sa bibig ko o ano po yung na-advise ko, maging tama po sana.
We could see naman po that with everything that you do po, mga values po or kaugalian na dapat mong tinataglay ng isang kapatid sa loob ng Iglesia ni Cristo. Lalo na po yung pagpapakumbaba at pagbibigay din po sa kanila ng tamang pagpapayo na ayon din naman po sa mga aral na tinatanggap po natin.
By that po na yung pagbibigay ko ng advice sa mga chefs ko, they knew na I'm a member of the Church of Christ. Tinatanong nila ako na paano mo nagagawa yung pumupunta ka sa church ng 7 a.m. in the morning on a Thursday, pero you have 14-hour shift on a Wednesday. Sabi ko, sacrifice, yung ganyan ng ugali ng Iglesia ni Cristo. So, yung mga aral kailangan na masunod po. Na huwag pababayaan yung pagsamba kahit na pagod ka, galing sa trabaho, sumamba pa rin po. Tapos, kabilang pa po dyan yung mga pagtupad po natin. So, kahit na pagod, nakapagbigay ng kasiyahan po sa Panginoong Diyos.
This is all about setting an example. You represent other brethren po who go through the same thing and make the same decisions. Chef Ranel, thank you so much po for sharing your wonderful story with us tonight po. We are sure po somebody out there na inspire sa kwento niyo po ngayong gabi. Thank you so much po.
Maraming salamat po, Sister Bea.
And of course, mga ka-UJ, with every story ended, let's go back to what the Bible says.
But if you will seek God earnestly and plead with the Almighty, if you are pure and upright, even now He will rouse Himself on your behalf and restore you to your prosperous state. Your beginnings will seem humble, so prosperous will your future be.
And that is what the Bible says po again. Thank you so much, Chef Ranel, for guesting tonight on Unity Radio. At this point po, it is your turn to greet mga family and friends po ninyo. Go ahead po.
Pinabati po namin yung aming tagapangasiwa po dito po sa Britain South, ang kapatid na Harley Alcantara po. At saka po sa aming destinado, ang kapatid na Tommy Davis. Hello po. Binabati ko din po ang aking may bahay, Sister Frances Catherine. At sa anak ko po, si Royce Calvin. At saka po, binabati ko po yung mga pamilya ko po dyan back home sa Philippines po. Hindi ko na po sila isa-isahin kasi sobrang dami po nila. Sa Casiraya family po, at sa De Mesa family, Ocampo family, hello po sa inyo dyan sa Pilipinas po. Mag-ingat po tayong lahat. See you soon po. See you soon.
Yes, and of course po sa ating mga ka-UJ on INC TV and watching us online. Thank you so much po. If you enjoyed and were inspired by this episode tonight, do give us a like or a heart. Follow INC Production Company on social media. Tayo po ay nasa Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok with the handle at weare.incpc. Isa pa, at weare.incpc. Follow lahat, ha? Ayan. At syempre, i-share nyo na rin ang link ng ating napakagandang episode tonight. And of course, before we end our episode tonight, we'd like to thank our dearest Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Eranio V. Manalo. Maraming salamat po. Mahal po namin kayo. At syempre mga ka-UJ, as always, we end the episode by thanking you for joining us on this episode. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place, here on Unity Junction Radio. Bye-bye po! Bye, Chef Ranel. Thank you so
Thank
much
po,
po.
thank you po. Thank you so much po.
Bye po.
Okay po.
Let's go! What is up there, brethren? Woo! We wake up in the morning, fully aware of life's purpose, living by God's directions, living through obedience. We were promised salvation at the end of our journey, so we make daily decisions to renew our lives to stay worthy. 'Cause we know what to do, we know who we are. Called into the fold, hail from afar. Blessed to be stressed, yes we truly are the Church of Christ. People of God, raise our voices high. We are the ones who are given this right. Sing His love, give Him glory. Oh, oh. People of God, let His praise resound. We were once lost, but now we are found. Sing His love, give Him glory. Oh, oh. We will never lose focus and share the truth of God's promise. He wants the world to know this. There's nothing that can stop us. 'Cause we know what to do. We know who we are. Into the fold, hail from afar. Too blessed to be stressed. Yes, we truly are the Church of Christ. People of God, raise your voices high. We are the ones who are given this right. Sing His love, give Him glory. Oh, oh. People of God, let His praise resound. We were once lost, but now we are found. Sing His love, give Him glory. Oh, oh. Follow God, give Him glory. Share our way, give Him glory. Share our faith, give Him glory. Praise His name, give Him glory. People of God, raise your voices high. We are the ones who were given this right. Sing His love, give Him glory. Give Him glory. The voices around, let His praise resound. We were once lost, but now we are found. Sing His love, give Him glory. We know what to do. We know who we are. Called into the fold, hail from afar. We know what to do. We know who we are. Give Him glory. We wake up in the morning, fully aware of life's purpose.
Here we have conversations that inform, educate, and inspire people. That's UJ Radio.